Welcome back to the show, everybody. What a difference a day makes. Check out these headlines. CoinMarketCap back up to its old XRP FUD tricks. We'll tell you what's going on there. And the SEC versus Ripple case, the judge lays down the law. This case ends this year. And we got a 50% chance of a settlement coming any day. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at Dig Perspectives at the top of the screen, and everything that we're talking about here today. It's $1.869 trillion market cap. Shout out to CoinGecko for this platform right here. It looks nice. Really, really nice. Bitcoin right now, 38,000 plus. Ethereum is 2,800 plus. And we see the number 7 spot XRP is 61 cents, taking a beating. But boy, have we got some good news for you. The whole market's beaten up right now, and it is April 29th. Happy Friday, everybody. Take a look at the range of price from Fiat Links very quickly here. If it'll load, one of the disadvantages of being a YouTuber is having 80 gazillion pages open and tabs open here. We are 62 cents on the bottom and 66 cents on the top. I tell you, I'm going to show you some TA information. Some might put ice water in your veins, but I tell you what, it's got me excited, especially based around the fundamental news. Let's get started right here, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at this. This is Nick Burafado from Link2.com, and he's telling you, look, why are so many Link2 members invested in Link2, the company? Because March was their #1 month for new investor growth. How about that one? This month, we crushed March by nearly 20%. Damn, that's a hell of a number. Thank you to all of our amazing members for your trust and support. Let me tell you something. You have to be accredited to be a part of Link2, but you don't have to be accredited to join. Go register on that platform. I truly believe not long from now, the accredited investor status will be a thing of the past if it's in your way right now. Link underneath the video. Wouldn't be the first time CoinMarketCap pulled some shady crap on XRP. Remember when they pulled the info reporting price and volume off the Korean exchanges to make it look bad just a few years ago? Because I do. This right here from Moon Lambo captured this tweet from CoinMarketCap before it was deleted here. And it says, there is an imposter among us, it says. The answer, they say, is XRP for being controlled and governed by authorities, hence defeating the purpose of cryptocurrencies. All other coins in this are decentralized and are basically people's crypto. And this is where they showed XRP in the back and say it is an imposter. And I say to you, CoinMarketCap, I've been showing you in the morning of every one of my shows for the last couple years. And that ends today. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, including XCC Network, will soon be accepted in Panama after the National Assembly passes its initial steps. It is taking over everywhere. Crypto is going to be a part of the new financial system. And I tell you, you're going to want to pay attention to the next video that comes out today about exactly where it may land as far as classification. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, is advocating for this abolishment of the stringent bit license scheme for cryptocurrency exchanges. How about that, Eric Adams? Man, I tell you, change is going to come, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, New York just also voted and passed into law the outlawing and banning of crypto mining for proof of work. Uh-oh. I've been saying it for a long time. Everything runs on or across that XRP ledger and the Interledger Protocol, which was adopted by the World Wide Web Consortium. Don't believe it. I think it's still true. CEO Singapore DBS Bank said in a recent earnings call that his bank's focus is on expanding its crypto offerings to accredited and institutional investors and will consider opening up a retail line as well. Now listen, this is Piyush Gupta from DBS, and I got to see him speak specifically in Singapore in 2019 at the Ripple Swell event, and he is very well aware of the amazing technology of XRP and the ledger and Ripple software. Don't believe that. It is still true. Can't wait to see what it's all running on there, Piyush. And here we see the real news that kicks off, and you're going to want this and everything that comes with it here. Shout out to Jim Filan right here, who shares with us late yesterday that Judge Torres modified the proposed calendar that was put forth by the SEC and Ripple. Motions to exclude expert testimony must be fully briefed by August 30th, 2022. Motions for summary judgment must be fully briefed by November 15th, 2022. Now, take a look at this, because this is the actual briefing right here from Jim. And there is this as well, where he says, the question to Attorney Hogan says here, didn't you mention the wait of a 2-year anniversary for the judge? Interesting if this has something to do with speeding up the process. Kudos for you are the only one who thought of that. He says there's that as well. But judges, like most of us, like to get stuff off of their plate and start the new year fresh. Oh, really? Attorney Hogan goes on to say here, oh, that's a pleasant surprise. Judge Torres has sua sponte, which is fancy Latin for because she wants to and can. Now, there is a trailer park slang that matches that Latin. I believe it is because the same reason a dog licks his, I won't say it, but there it is. And it basically means the same thing. It's the Latin phrase. I'm not as fancy, but I think Jeremy Hogan will appreciate the humor. Moved up to the schedule for summary judgment briefs to November 15th. What does he take away from that? She wants the Ripple versus SEC case over before Christmas. Come on in. And here's the other problem with it, ladies and gentlemen. Judge Torres, who just came out and said, no, I don't like the schedule you two agreed on. Let's shorten it by 5 weeks. It adds an element of concern for the SEC, and you don't have to be a lawyer to understand that. Because we know the SEC wants to appeal to Judge Torres also about the emails and not having to turn them over. Now, there's a couple things that can happen here. If Judge Torres agrees with Judge Netburn and says, no, turn them over, they got to turn them over. Now, Judge Torres could also do what they call certify them and allow the SEC to go beyond her and appeal it to the Second Circuit Court. But Judge Torres just said, I don't even like your schedule and I want the case over this year. So it sounds like she just shot a missile across the bow that says your little appeal is going to get the same damn treatment, because if I don't, it lets the case go into next year. So what would be the sense of saying, I don't like the time schedule, I want it over this year, and then saying, sure, I'll let you appeal to the Second Circuit Court. Why not? That'll go right beyond me trying to close out the case before this year, right? So it seems like the SEC has been put in a position of warning that you better settle this thing if you're going to settle it. Because if she rules and says you got to turn the emails over and there will be no going back or have the option to appeal to Second Circuit, from my understanding of this case and all the legal analysts and their beautiful insights, it sounds to me like they would have to turn them over. And I firmly believe from day one, as I know many others do, the SEC is never going to let Ripple or us see those emails, which tells me we could see a settlement before we even get to summary judgment. And to that point, Fred Rispoli here says Judge Torres orders from, obviously Jim Filan is great news and has changed my timeline estimates. Remember, litigation changes fast, so new facts equal new evaluation. First, I love how Judge Torres didn't rubber stamp the timeline proposed by both parties. I did not expect that at all. He goes on to say, second, settlement before summary judgment has now increased to a 50% probability from 20% from him. Why? Because Judge Torres rocketed up the expert witness motion deadline. It was proposed to be the same as summary judgment scheduled by parties. This is critical because expert testimony will account for 75% of how this lawsuit ends. With experts' issues done before summary judgment, all parties will have a better understanding of their chances at summary judgment and, if necessary, trial. Crushing blows or victories on what a party's expert can testify to will significantly impact litigation strategy. Crippling losses by the SEC on this front will really put the leverage on the SEC to settle. And now this will be front-loaded before summary judgment's decision. Obviously, a bad decision can hurt Ripple, but its experts are top-notch and SECs are the, well, say anything for money type. So lastly, as Attorney Hogan noted, I think summary judgment reply deadline does mean Judge Torres plans on wrapping up summary judgment before 2023 starts, which has shaved 3 to 4 months off my timeline. This is an outcome I'm glad to be wrong, have been wrong on. Woo-hoo. And then here, this is Jeremy Hogan saying, this is the first time she hasn't rubber stamped a deadline. Caught me off guard also, Fred. I'm glad she chose this one to get involved. Now we are talking. So, you know, here again, a reminder is these emails, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the SEC runs the risk of Judge Torres coming out at any moment and ruling on those emails. And if she doesn't give them the right to appeal, it is a problem for them because everyone will get to see what is in them. And I don't think we're going to see that happen. Take a look at the charts right here. This is an XLM chart that looks like a baby XRP chart. This is from Eggrag Crypto here. And they say if you're looking at the chart here, you could see a minimum hitting of 1.618 on the fib for XLM, which could take you to a $21 Stellar token. How about that? We'll keep an eye on it. We never know. And I tell you, we could see a retracement, says Eggrag Crypto, and look for support level here at 50-cent area range for XRP as well. A potential confluence at 50 cents is a huge support level. So we could see it pull back to there. And what happens if we actually see settlement news announced, some real fundamental news to really explode the chart from there? And would we be wrong to think about that $10 to $13, $7, $30, $27 that we've seen for so long that everybody gets mad about? All of a sudden, it's still on the table, just as it's always been. That is why we follow this stuff. Because you never know. This is crypto. Head on a swivel, ladies and gentlemen. Things are getting good. A settlement can show up at any time. Don't forget about it. Just a couple days ago, everybody thought it was 2023. Now we know for a fact it's sometime this year. I'll catch all of you on the next one.